Hi everyone. Today I'm going to be finishing up If I Ran the Circus by Dr. Seuss. When we left off, Morris McGurk was going through all of his favorite parts of his circus. So we're going to get right into it. And now come to this spot where the spotlight is hot, and you'll see in the spotlight a juggling jot who can juggle some stuff you might think he could not, such as 22 question marks, which is a lot, also 44 commas, and also one dot. That's the kind of a circus McGurkus I've got. But that's just my sideshow, a start, a beginning. This way to the big tent, you'll find your head spinning. Why, ladies and gentlemen, youngsters and oldsters, your heads will quite likely spin right off your shouldsters. So hurry, step lively, quick, ladies and gents, and get into your seats for my tent of all tents. My parade of parades is about to commence. You'll see my drum major Sneelock fling his baton, and my organ McGorgon McGurkus, come on, with its hot steaming pipes of gold brass-plated tin, snorting all sorts of snorts in a bumbling bin. This is super stupendous, Stu Mendes, Stu Rorus, and when I play Dixie, please join in the chorus. Then a fluff muffled truffle will ride on a huffle, and next in line a fine flummox will shuffle. The flummox will carry a lurch in a pail, and a fibble will carry the flummox's tail. While on top of the flummox, 3 harp twanging snarp will twang mighty twangs on their 3 snarper harp. While a bolster blows bloops on a 3-nozzled blueser, a nolster blows floops on a 1-nozzled nooser, and then comes a lion who's partly a trout, then more stuff for 45 minutes about. And then behind them, while everyone stares, come my to and fro marchers who march in 5 layers. The froze march on toes, and the toes march on the froze. Don't know how they do it, but that's just how it goes. And now comes an act, an enormous. No former performer's performance this performance. This stunt is too grippling, slipling, frightening. Down from the top of my tent like greased lightning. Through pots full of lots of big stickle bush trees slides a man, what a man, on his roller skate skis. And he'll steer without fear, and you'll know at a glance that is Sneelock, the man who takes chance after chance. And he won't even rip a small hole in his pants. And now here, in this cage, is a beast most ferocious, who's known far and wide as the spotted atrocious, whose growls, howls, and yowls the most blood-curdling sounds, and each tooth in his mouth weighs at least 60 pounds. And he chews up and eats with the greatest of ease, things like carpets and sidewalks and people and trees. But the great Colonel Sneelock is just the right kind of a man who can tame him. I'm sure he won't mind. Aye, what a circus, my circus McGurkus. My workers love work. They say, work us, please work us. We'll work and we'll work up to so many surprises. You'd never seen half if you had 40 eyes. And while that goes on there, look at this, go on here. Have you ever heard of my herd through horn jumping deer? Every deer jumps through horns of another pell-mell, while his horns are jumped through at the same time as well, by a deer whose horns also are being jumped through, by another who's having his horns jumped through too, which I'm sure Trainer Sneelock can train them to do. Then my tournament knights, noble apes without fear, Sir Hector, Sir Victor, Sir Vector, Sir Bops, and Sir Beers, Sir Hawkins, Sir Dawkins, Sir Jocks, and Sir Jeers, clatter into the tent while everyone cheers. Stage a robust about just, with the boxing glove spears. And while all this wild ruckusing goes on below, at the top of my tent, look, the star of my show. Great daredevil Sneelock, the world's bravest type. He comes pulled through the air by 3 Subrian snipe, on a dingus contraption attached to his pipe. And while people below are all turning chalk white, and all biting their fingernails off in the fright, great Sneelock snores up to a terrible height. Then he shakes himself loose. He starts down in a dive, such as no man on earth could come out of alive. But he smiles as he falls, and no fear does he feel. His nerves are like iron, his muscles like steel. And he plunges down, down, with his hair still combed neat, 40,692 feet. Then he'll land in a fishbowl. He'll manage just fine. Don't ask how he'll manage. That's his job, not mine. Why? He'll be a hero. Of course he won't mind when he finds that he has a big circus behind. That's the end of the book. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I did. See you guys next week.